Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the penny, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. How much is a penny really worth? 1 cent? Maybe less than that to most people. It gets tossed in jars, dropped between couch cushions, or handed over without a second thought. But what if I told you there's a penny out there, just one little coin from 2009, that could be worth more than your monthly salary? Or your car? Or even more than a year's rent? No, this isn't a scam. It's not a collector's fairy tale. It's very real. And it's hiding in plain sight. In 2009, something big happened in the world of American coins. That year marked two milestones: the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. So, to honor both, the U.S. Mint didn't just stick with the old design. They did something special. They released 4 brand new Lincoln pennies, each representing a major chapter of Lincoln's life. The first shows his birth and early childhood in Kentucky. The second design captures his formative years in Indiana. The third shows him as a young professional in Illinois. And the final design honors his presidency in Washington, D.C. These 4 coins tell a story. And they were released into circulation for everyone to find. But here's where it gets interesting. Aside from the coins you could get in your change, the U.S. Mint also made a special version of these pennies, proof versions. These were never meant for regular spending. They were sold in limited edition proof sets, made specifically for collectors. Now, if you've never seen a proof coin, you're in for a surprise. These aren't your average pennies. They're struck with extraordinary precision, using highly polished dies and specially treated blanks. They shine like glass. The details are razor sharp. The finish is mirror-like. These coins are works of art, but just having a proof coin isn't enough to make you rich. What makes them truly valuable is condition. The best of the best, the top tier, are graded as PR70 Deep Cameo. That means the coin is flawless. Not even the tiniest scratch or blemish. It's the highest grade a coin can receive. And when a 2009 Lincoln penny proof coin receives that grade, the price can skyrocket. You're probably wondering, how much could one of these actually be worth? Well, one of these 2009 Lincoln proof pennies, depending on the design, has sold for $2,700. Another one, in perfect PR70 condition, went for $10,500. And the rarest among them? One of these tiny copper coins brought in an unbelievable $39,000. Let that sink in. A coin worth 1 cent sold for $39,000. More than some people make in a year. And these aren't locked away in museums. These coins came from regular U.S. Mint proof sets that could be in your house right now. Sitting in a drawer. Tucked away in your attic. Forgotten in a closet. Maybe your grandparents collected coins. Maybe someone gave you a proof set as a gift years ago. Maybe you bought one off eBay without realizing what you had. If you or someone in your family owns a 2009 proof set, you might be sitting on a gold mine. But here's the catch: the value only comes if the coin is graded professionally. You need to send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. If they give it a PR70 DCM grade, that's your ticket. Without the grade, the value stays hidden. But with that little plastic slab and the label on top, everything changes. And time is running out. Every year, more of these coins are mishandled. Stored improperly. Scratched, tarnished, or lost. That means the number of perfect, untouched PR70 specimens is shrinking. Fewer perfect coins means higher demand, and higher prices. What if yours is one of them? What if you're holding a $2,700 coin? Or a $10,500 one? Or maybe, just maybe, the one that could fetch $39,000. It's not just about luck. It's about looking, searching, paying attention, and acting before it's too late. So here's what you need to do right now. If you own a 2009 U.S. Mint proof set, take it out and inspect those Lincoln cents. Don't touch them with your fingers. Use gloves or handle them by the edges. Look at the surface. Is it flawless? Crystal clear? Mirror-like? No scratches? If it looks like it was made yesterday, and it hasn't been handled, you could be in business. And if you find one that looks perfect, send it in for grading. Because collectors are out there, right now, paying thousands, yes, thousands, for the best of the best. And the more this story gets out, the fewer high-grade coins will be available. That means prices may keep going up. And one day, someone might offer even more than $39,000. So go check. Right now. It could be sitting a few feet from you. Not a diamond, not a gold bar, just a penny. A penny with the power to change your life. If this video got you curious, hit that like button. Share it with someone who might have a proof set sitting around. And don't forget to subscribe, because there are more treasures like this hiding in your home, your change, and your collection. You just need to know where to look. Remember, it only takes one coin, one penny, one moment, to turn your change into a payday you'll never forget. Top 2. Have you ever held a coin that looked just a little too perfect? That mirror-like shine, the razor-sharp details, something that made you pause for a moment and think, could this be worth more than just a cent? Well, if that coin was a 1967 Lincoln penny from a U.S. proof or special mint set, it could be worth a whole lot more than you ever imagined. Most people don't give a second thought to the pennies they see every day. They're thrown into jars, lost in cars, or left behind on counters. But there's one special penny, just one, that could take you from pocket change to a pocket full of cash. And most people have no idea that this treasure might already be in their home. Let's talk about 1967. It was a turning point in U.S. coinage. No mint marks appeared on coins that year, thanks to a decision by the U.S. Mint to reduce coin collecting hoarding. That alone makes 1967 coins a bit unusual. But what very few people know is that in 1967, the mint didn't release traditional proof sets. Instead, they issued something called a special mint set, or SMS for short. These weren't your average coins. They were created using higher quality strikes with more attention to detail, sharper edges, smoother surfaces. And some of these special pennies? They came out looking absolutely flawless. A mirror finish on the fields, frosted design elements, so beautiful they almost don't look real. And here's where things get exciting. A few of these coins, a very few, managed to survive in perfect condition. Now imagine this. Somewhere in a drawer, a closet, or an old family box, there's a 1967 special mint set just sitting there. The packaging might look old and dusty. The coins might look untouched. And inside it, that one penny. A Lincoln cent so perfect, so sharp, that it might just be one of the rarest coins of its kind ever made. The reality is that 1967 special mint set pennies that grade at the highest level, those flawless SP67, SP68, or the ultra-rare SP69 examples, have become some of the most sought-after and expensive Lincoln cents in recent history. Why? Because most of them were never stored properly. They were handled, tarnished, damaged. So finding one that looks like it was minted yesterday? That's like striking gold. These aren't the coins you find in circulation. You won't get one of these in your change at the grocery store. These only came from those special mint sets. And what separates an average one from an incredibly valuable one is just one thing: condition. Graded by professionals. Certified. Encased. Sealed. The difference between a penny and a paycheck is just a few tiny scratches, or the lack of them. Think about how many people open these sets, handled the coins, wiped them down, ruined their value forever. That's what makes the surviving perfect specimens so rare. And when something is rare in the world of coin collecting, the value shoots through the roof. Collectors aren't just interested in old coins. They're obsessed with perfection, with rarity, with history. And a flawless 1967 Lincoln penny from a special mint set checks every one of those boxes. It's vintage. It's scarce. And when it comes with the right grade, it's worth far more than anyone ever expects from a penny. Let's talk numbers. What could this coin be worth? One flawless 1967 Lincoln penny from a special mint set, professionally graded and certified in top condition, has sold for $2,700. Another sold for a jaw-dropping $10,500. And the most pristine example, nearly impossible to find, with a grade few coins ever receive, sold for a life-changing $89,000. Yes. A single penny. From 1967. Sold for $89,000. All because someone took the time to recognize its value, protect it, and get it graded. So before you walk past that old box again, before you ignore the coin sets passed down from your parents or grandparents, stop. Look. Because one of those forgotten sets could be hiding a treasure. Not gold. Not silver. Just copper. 1 cent. but worth thousands. If you have a 1967 special mint set, now's the time to act. Take a close look at that penny. Handle it carefully. If it shines like a mirror, if the edges are crisp, if it looks untouched by time, get it graded. It could be the smartest move you ever make. Point one penny. One discovery. One moment that turns pocket change into something priceless. And the value? That's not just a number. That's the kind of money that turns a simple coin into a life-changing surprise. From $2,700 to $10,500 to an unbelievable $89,000, all from a single 1967 penny. Now tell me, is it just a coin, or is it your next big payday waiting to be discovered? Like, share, and subscribe if you're heading to check your coin collection right now. Because you never know, the next rare penny could be right in front of you. Top 3. There's a coin sitting quietly in collections, drawers, and old boxes all across America. A coin that most people ignore. It's small, it's copper, and it's worth just 1 cent. At least, that's what people think. But there's one version of this coin, one you can't get from pocket change, that could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a rare minting error you'll never find. This is a coin that came from a real United States proof set. And that coin is the 1972 Lincoln penny. Yes, the 1972 penny. A coin so common in circulation that nobody even blinks when they see one. But what most people don't know is that the proof version of this coin, the one minted for collectors only, can be a whole different story. You see, not all pennies are created equal. While millions of regular 1972 cents were struck for circulation, the US Mint also produced a limited number of them in special proof sets. These coins weren't meant to be spent. They were designed with extreme care, using polished dies and specially treated planchets, struck multiple times for that mirror-like finish. These proof coins are nothing like what you'd find in your change. They are sharp, clean, and flawless. Or at least, the best of them are. Because here's the thing, even proof coins can degrade over time. They get fingerprints, they're stored improperly, or they come with microscopic imperfections straight from the mint. That's why when a 1972 proof penny is found in absolutely perfect condition, graded by professionals at PR 69 or even the ultimate PR 70, it becomes more than a coin. It becomes an investment. A collectible. A treasure, and it gets better. Because the 1972 proof penny isn't just rare in top condition, it also has one of the most famous and valuable varieties in US coin history, the double die obverse. This error, visible only under magnification to the untrained eye, shows doubling in the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date itself. The doubling is strong, dramatic, and obvious to experienced collectors, and they pay serious money for it. But combine that rare variety with a perfect proof coin, and you're now looking at a once-in-a-generation find. Think about this for a second. Someone bought a 1972 proof set from the US Mint over 50 years ago. Maybe they gave it as a gift. Maybe it was tucked away and forgotten. Or maybe it sat undisturbed in an old desk drawer, sealed in its original packaging. And inside that proof set is a 1972 Lincoln penny, shimmering red, never touched by human hands, never exposed to air, never damaged. A perfect coin that's waited half a century for someone to finally realize what it is. Imagine being the one who finds it. It's not just about the age. It's not just about the proof strike. It's about condition. It's about grading. You send that coin to PCGS or NGC, two of the most respected grading services in the world. If it comes back with the highest grade possible, PR 70 Deep Cameo, that label changes everything. Suddenly, that 1-cent coin, that copper disc most people overlook, becomes one of the rarest and most desirable coins in American numismatic history. Most 1972 pennies will never be worth more than face value. Even the regular proof versions might only bring in a few dollars. But the perfect ones? The top-graded ones? The ones with zero flaws, blinding luster, and powerful eye appeal? That's a different story entirely. Those are the coins that sell for thousands at auction, that get snapped up by elite collectors, that make headlines in the numismatic world. And here's the part that makes it even more exciting. These coins are still out there. Not just in coin shops or bank vaults, but in everyday homes across America. In old birthday gifts. In boxes stored in closets. In collections inherited from parents and grandparents. The 1972 proof penny is out there, waiting to be discovered. And whoever finds it next, in the right condition, could be looking at a serious payday. So the next time you come across a 1972 proof set, don't brush it off. Don't assume it's just old pocket change. Look closely. Carefully. And if that penny glows with a mirror finish, if it looks absolutely untouched by time, if it makes you pause and wonder, send it in. Because that one coin might be worth far more than you ever imagined. One perfect 1972 proof penny has sold for $2,700. Another, with slightly better eye appeal and stronger cameo contrast, sold for $10,500. And the highest recorded sale, for a flawless, expertly graded, museum-quality 1972 Lincoln-proof penny, reached an astonishing $78,000. Yes. 1 penny. 1 cent sold for $78,000. What makes the difference is knowledge, attention, timing, and a little bit of luck. But the opportunity is real. The coins are real. And the money? Very, very real. So check your proof sets. Look through your old coin collections. Because you might just be holding the most valuable penny of your life. A penny that's not worth 1 cent, but worth up to $78,000. If you're checking your coins after watching this, hit that like button. Share this video with someone who might have a proof set collecting dust in their home. And subscribe because there are more hidden gems just like this waiting to be discovered. And remember, never underestimate the power of a single penny. Top 4. Imagine walking past something every single day of your life, something so ordinary, so overlooked, that you never think twice about it. A penny. Just a plain copper coin sitting in a drawer, dropped on the floor, passed through countless hands. But what if I told you that a single penny, yes, one from 1993, could be worth a small fortune? Now, before you brush this off as just another coin collector's fantasy, listen closely. Because the truth is, the value of some coins isn't just in what they're made of, it's in how perfectly they were made. And one version of the 1993 American penny wasn't just struck for circulation. It was specially crafted by the U.S. Mint as part of an exclusive release, only for collectors. I'm talking about the 1993 proof penny. Most people have never even seen a proof coin. These aren't the ones you find in your change or at the bottom of a cup holder. Proof coins are made with exceptional precision. They're struck using polished dies, multiple times, on specially prepared blanks to give them that mirror-like surface and razor-sharp detail. They don't just look shiny, they look like tiny works of art. And in 1993, the Mint released these in limited edition proof sets. Beautifully packaged. Meant to be cherished. Meant to be collected. But here's what most people never realize. While millions of regular 1993 pennies exist, only a small number of proof versions were made. And even fewer have survived in perfect, untouched condition. That's where things get really interesting, because condition is everything. A coin from 1993 might be technically the same as another, but if it's been kept flawless, free of scratches, marks, discoloration, it could be worth a staggering amount of money. Collectors are constantly searching for one thing: perfection. A coin graded PR 70 deep cameo is the holy grail of modern proofs. It means flawless. No imperfections. Perfect strike. Full contrast between the frosted design and the mirror background. And when a 1993 proof penny gets that top grade, it doesn't just increase in value. It explodes. And yes, this has already happened. Picture this. You're going through an old coin set. Maybe it was a gift, maybe you bought it years ago and forgot about it, and you see a 1993 proof penny. It's gleaming. Not a single fingerprint. Not a blemish in sight. You send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. The result comes back. PR 70 DCM. The highest grade possible. That coin isn't just rare. It's in a league of its own. It instantly becomes one of the most desirable pennies ever minted in the modern era. And collectors are ready to spend big money, because they know just how hard it is to find perfection, especially from over 30 years ago. This isn't just about old coins or hobbyist collecting. This is about value hidden in plain sight. A single coin in the right condition, with the right grade, can sell for more than your car. More than your rent. More than you've ever imagined a penny could be worth. You're probably asking, how much? Well, here it is. A perfectly graded 1993 proof penny has been sold for $2,700. Another, with exceptional visual contrast and top-tier eye appeal, sold for $10,500. But the most jaw-dropping sale? One single 1993 proof penny, so flawless it looked like it had just left the mint, was auctioned off for a life-changing $73,000. Let that sink in. $73,000. For 1 penny. 1 cent. From 1993. Not ancient, not foreign, not made of gold. Just a copper-coated zinc coin from a US mint-proof set, and here's the kicker, these coins are still out there. Not in circulation, but in people's homes. In closets. In drawers. In unopened proof sets sitting forgotten on shelves. That one special penny could be sitting just a few feet from you right now. Waiting.so. Here's what you do. Go find any 1993 proof sets you have. If you don't have one, ask your parents. Ask your grandparents. These were popular gifts and collectibles in the 90s, and many have been preserved without anyone realizing their value. Open it carefully. Examine the penny. Look at the surface. Does it shine like glass? Are the edges sharp? No blemishes? If so, you might be holding a treasure, and if you think your coin is close to perfect, send it in for grading. Because that little coin might not be worth 1 cent, it might be your next big payday. Remember, most people walk past fortunes every single day. Don't be one of them. Like this video if you're going to check your coin collection tonight. Share it with someone who might have old proof sets lying around. And hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started. There are more stories, more coins, and more hidden jackpots out there just waiting to be discovered. Sometimes, the smallest coin holds the biggest value, and sometimes, a 1993 penny is worth $73,000. Top 5. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, it's just 1 cent, it can't be worth anything, right? Well, what if I told you that a 2000 American penny, yes, a coin that's been around your pocket for decades, could secretly be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? Not a myth. Not a scam. Not a collector's fantasy. This is absolutely real, and some of these coins have already sold for insane amounts of money at auctions. You could be sitting on one of them without even knowing it, and I'm not just talking about any 2000 penny. I'm talking about the 2000 Lincoln cent from a US proof set, and if you have one, you might want to stop what you're doing and take a serious look, because this might be one of the most valuable pennies in your entire collection. So stay with me, because in this video, I'm going to break it all down, what these special pennies are, why they're worth so much, how to identify them, and most importantly, what they've actually sold for. Let's dive in. Let's begin by understanding what makes a proof penny *** different from a regular one. Proof coins are specially made by the US Mint using highly polished dies and planchets. They're struck multiple times with greater pressure to bring out sharp, detailed designs. The result? A beautiful mirror-like finish and perfect edges. These aren't coins that were meant to be circulated. They were made specifically for collectors and are typically sold in sealed proof sets directly from the mint. Now, most of these coins never become especially valuable on their own. But occasionally, something extraordinary happens, a mistake at the mint, an ultra-low mintage, or a rare variation, and the value of one of these proof coins explodes. And that's exactly what happened with some year 2000 Lincoln cents. At first glance, a 2000 penny doesn't seem like anything special. It features Abraham Lincoln on the front, as always, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design we've all seen thousands of times. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these proof coins from the year 2000 have been found with exceptionally rare features. In some cases, there were mint errors, like doubled dies, where the letters or numbers appeared to have a slight shadow or doubling effect. In others, the coins were struck using the wrong die or planchet, creating stunning hybrid coins that never should have existed. Collectors and grading companies took notice. And once these rare coins were graded and authenticated by top-tier services like PCGS or NGC, the market went wild. One rare example? A 2000s Lincoln cent, pulled straight from a proof set, graded at an ultra-high level. It sold for $2,700. Yes, one single penny. Sold for more than a brand new laptop. But that's just the beginning. Another extremely high-grade proof penny with unique traits from the year 2000 went for $23,000. Still think it's just a penny. It gets even crazier. There was another specimen, flawless in condition, with an ultra-rare strike error, that went for a jaw-dropping $49,000 at auction. And then, the ultimate find. A 2000s Lincoln penny from a proof set, with perfect surface, pristine preservation, and rare characteristics, graded PR 70 deep cameo, the highest possible grade a proof coin can receive. That one sold for a staggering $79,000. Let that sink in for a moment. A 1-cent coin, worth $79,000. So, now the big question: how do you know if you have one? Here's what you should be looking for. First, it needs to be from a proof set. If your penny has a standard finish or shows signs of wear, it's likely not from a proof set and won't carry this kind of value. Proof coins have a shiny, mirror-like surface with frosted design elements. You'll know it when you see it. They're almost jewel-like. Second, check the mint mark. A 2000 proof penny will have an S mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse front side of the coin. That S indicates it was struck at the San Francisco Mint, the only U.S. mint facility that produces proof coins. Third, look for errors. A double die, off-center strike, or any irregularity in the lettering or design could mean your coin is extremely rare. These coins are often the ones that break auction records. Finally, condition is everything. These high-dollar pennies were graded PR 69 or PR 70, meaning they were flawless or nearly flawless. If you think your coin is in exceptional shape, you'll want to have it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. A coin graded PR 70 is about as rare as it gets. That's the kind of perfection collectors will pay tens of thousands for. Now, let's be clear, not every 2000 proof penny is worth that much. Most are worth a few bucks. But it only takes one rare error, one perfect strike, one anomaly, to turn a 1-cent coin into a $79,000 payday. So here's what you should do right now. If you or your parents or grandparents have an old proof set from the year 2000, dig it out. Use a magnifying glass. Check for errors. Look for that S mint mark. Examine the surfaces. Compare it with online images of high-grade proof coins. And if you think yours is in top condition, consider getting it professionally graded, because you never know. The next record-breaking coin could be sitting inside your safe, your drawer, or your old collection folder. Imagine showing your friends that you turned a penny into a down payment on a house. It's not a fantasy. It's already happened. $2,700, $23,000, $49,000, and yes, even $79,000. All for one little copper coin. The 2000 American penny from a proof set could be your hidden treasure. And it's time to find out if you've got it. If this blew your mind, make sure to like this video. Subscribe for more coin discoveries, and comment below. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your collection? Or do you think you might have the next big one? Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change, because the next time you see a penny, it might just be your golden ticket. Top 6. Have you ever walked past a penny on the sidewalk, thinking it wasn't worth bending down for? What if I told you that one single penny, not a gold coin, not some old artifact, but a plain-looking 2006 American penny from a proof set, could be worth as much as a brand-new luxury car? No exaggeration. No tricks. No guesswork. Right now, collectors and auction houses across the country are paying thousands, and in rare cases, tens of thousands, for a very specific version of the 2006 Lincoln cent. It's a penny most people overlook. One that's probably sitting in a box somewhere in your home. One that could be the most valuable piece of your entire collection. This is not a maybe someday kind of coin. This is a real opportunity, and someone out there is going to find one of these valuable coins soon. It might as well be you. Let me show you why this penny is different, and why some of them are selling for absolutely crazy amounts of money. First, let's talk about where these pennies come from. These aren't the regular coins that come out of vending machines or get tossed in change jars. These are proof coins, and that means they were minted differently, very differently. Proof coins are struck using specially polished dies, in a carefully controlled environment. The design is sharper, the finish is flawless, and the details are almost too perfect to believe. And when it comes to the 2006 Lincoln cent from the San Francisco Mint, there's more to the story than just a clean finish. Some of these coins were struck with errors, others were produced in extremely limited quantities, and a select few were preserved in absolutely perfect condition, untouched, flawless, and shimmering like they just left the mint yesterday. These are the coins that make collectors go wild. These are the pennies that make headlines. These are the coins turning 1 cent into thousands of dollars. Now, not every 2006 penny is worth a fortune. But here's what makes some of them pure gold in disguise. First, the mint mark. The valuable proof version will have an S mark, standing for San Francisco, just below the year on the front of the coin. That tells you it came from a proof set. These proof coins were never meant to be spent. They were sold directly to collectors, sealed in plastic cases. And that's where the magic begins. Next, the condition. Most coins get scratched, nicked, or tarnished over time. But the high-value proof pennies are the ones that remain flawless. And when I say flawless, I mean absolutely perfect. These coins are graded on a 70-point scale. A grade of 70 means no visible imperfections even under 5x magnification. Now imagine a coin that's nearly 20 years old, in absolute pristine condition, with a perfect strike, a mirror-like surface, and rare traits that even seasoned collectors don't see every day. That's the kind of coin that doesn't just go in a folder. It goes into a high-security safe, because that's the kind of coin that's worth serious money. Let me give you some real examples. Not stories. Not predictions. Actual sales. There was a 2006 Lincoln Cent from a proof set, graded at a very high level, that sold at auction for $2,700. That's a 1-cent coin, turned into enough cash for a brand new MacBook or a few months of rent. Another 2006 penny, flawless, with deep cameo contrast and perfect preservation, bought in $11,000. Still sound like just pocket change. It gets crazier. One of the cleanest, most perfect examples ever seen, a 2006 proof penny graded PR70, fetched $29,000 in a private collector sale. And if you're wondering if that's the ceiling, it's not, because one of the rarest varieties, in the highest possible grade, with a known dye anomaly, recently sold for an unbelievable $45,000. Yes. A $45,000 penny. One single coin. And here's the kicker, most people don't even know to look. Right now, there are people sitting on these coins, in old proof sets, in inherited collections, in drawers, and they have no idea that they might be holding something this rare, this perfect, this valuable. But you do now. So here's what you need to do. Go check your old US Mint proof sets. Look specifically for the year 2006. Open the case. Find the penny. It should be shiny, mirror-like, with an S mint mark. Then, grab a magnifying glass. Inspect the coin carefully. Look for any doubling on the lettering or date. That could be a double die, and that's money. Is the strike crisp? Are the edges clean? Is the surface perfect? Then you may have something special, and if it looks that good, don't sell it casually. Don't toss it on eBay for $20. Send it to a professional grading company, like PCGS or NGC. Let the experts determine what you've got. Because if you're holding a 2006 proof penny in pristine, untouched condition, it could be the very coin that blows past all expectations and becomes the next record-breaking sale. It's already happened. $2,700, $11,000, $29,000. And yes, even $45,000. All from a coin that most people would pass over without a second glance. So now you have to ask yourself, have you already walked past your fortune? Or are you ready to go look for it? If this blew your mind even half as much as it should have, hit that like button right now. Subscribe for more hidden gems in American currency. And drop a comment below if you've got a proof set or if you think you've found something worth grading. Because sometimes, the smallest coin in the set is the one that changes everything. Top 7. Have you ever stopped to think that something as simple as a penny could be worth thousands of dollars? Sounds impossible, right? But today, I'm going to share with you the shocking truth about the 2015 American penny from a proof set, a coin so rare and valuable, collectors are literally paying tens of thousands of dollars for it. This isn't just a story about any penny, it's about a very specific proof coin from the year 2015, struck with incredible detail. And sometimes featuring unique errors that make it a collector's dream. If you've ever owned a US Mint proof set from 2015, or if you have any coins from that, you're sitting in a drawer, listen carefully. Because you might be holding something that could turn your collection into a goldmine. Let me explain why these pennies have become some of the most searched and sought-after coins in the United States. Proof coins are unlike any other coins you see every day. When the US Mint produces proof pennies, they go through an entirely different process. Instead of being mass-produced for circulation, these coins are struck with specially polished dies in controlled conditions to produce a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details. Collectors prize these coins because they're the best examples of the design year after year, almost like tiny pieces of art. But what happens when one of these proof pennies has a rare minting error? That's where things get exciting. The 2015 proof penny has drawn the attention of collectors because of several key factors: its limited mintage, exceptional quality, and the presence of rare anomalies or die variations that increase its scarcity and value dramatically. One of the ways to identify these valuable pennies is by the S mint mark. This tells you the coin was minted at the San Francisco Mint specifically as part of a proof set. If your 2015 penny doesn't have this S, it's probably not one of the valuable proof coins we're talking about. Now, let's talk about condition. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. The most valuable 2015 proof pennies are graded PR69 or PR70 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. That means they're almost flawless, no scratches, no blemishes, perfect surfaces, and crystal clear design details. It's the combination of rarity, perfection, and minting errors that send the value of these pennies skyrocketing. Here are some real-world examples to give you a sense of what these coins have sold for. A 2015 S-proof penny in high-grade condition recently sold for $2,700. That's right, more than many people spend on their monthly phone bills for a coin worth just 1 cent face value. But that's just the beginning. Another 2015 proof penny with a notable error and impeccable quality fetched $15,000 at auction, stunning collectors and casual coin enthusiasts alike. And the value only climbs higher. A perfect, flawless 2015 S-proof penny graded PR70 deep cameo, meaning it has a highly reflective surface and frosted design details, was recently sold privately for $28,000. And if you thought that was the peak, think again. One of the rarest and most highly coveted 2015 proof pennies, featuring a unique die variety combined with perfect condition, just smashed records when it sold for an incredible $37,000. Imagine that. A single 1 cent coin selling for more than the price of a luxury motorcycle or a down payment on a new car. Now, this kind of value isn't found in just any penny. It requires a perfect storm of the right year, mint mark, condition, and often some type of error or anomaly. So if you're sitting there wondering if you might have one, here's what you need to do. First, check your proof sets from 2015. Find the penny with the S mint mark. Then, examine it closely under a bright light or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubled letters or numbers, unusual marks, or anything that seems out of place. Next, evaluate its condition. If it looks flawless, like it's never been handled, it could be worth sending to a grading service. Getting a professional grade could unlock thousands, or even tens of thousands, in value. Don't rush to sell on your own without verification, because grading makes a huge difference in price. You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. These pennies are among the most searched and highly sought collectible coins in the US right now. They're a perfect storm of rarity, quality, and history. The opportunity is here, but it won't last forever. So, what's it worth exactly? Based on actual recent sales and auction results, a 2015 proof penny from a proof set can be worth anywhere from $2,700 to as much as $37,000. Think about that. A coin that costs 1 cent to buy at face value could be worth $2,700. It could be worth $15,000. It could be worth $37,000. If that isn't motivation to dig through your old coin collections and proof sets, I don't know what is. If you learned something new today or want to know more about valuable coins, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin discoveries, and drop a comment below. Do you own any 2015 proof pennies or proof sets? Because sometimes the smallest coin can be the biggest jackpot. Top 8. Have you ever wondered if that tiny penny sitting in your coin collection or tucked away in a proof set could be worth more than just 1 cent? What if I told you that a 2019 American penny from a proof set might actually be worth thousands, yes, thousands, of dollars? This isn't just speculation or a wild rumor. It's a fact backed by real sales and auctions. The 2019 proof penny has quickly become one of the most sought after and valuable coins in the United States, and if you're lucky enough to own one, you could be holding a fortune in your hand. Let's take a deep dive into what makes this coin so special and why collectors are willing to pay prices that might surprise you. First, what exactly is a proof penny? Unlike the pennies you use every day, proof pennies are specially made by the US Mint for collectors. They are struck multiple times with polished dies on polished blanks, resulting in a mirror-like finish and incredibly sharp details that regular pennies just don't have. Proof pennies are packaged carefully in proof sets, often sealed in plastic to protect their flawless surfaces. Now, the 2019 proof penny is not just any proof penny. Some of these coins have unique characteristics and rare minting errors that make them extremely valuable. From slight doubling of the date or letters to subtle die variations, these errors create rarity, and rarity creates demand. Another crucial factor is condition. In the coin collecting world, condition is king. The highest quality coins receive grades like PR69 or PR70 from trusted grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. A PR70 coin is considered perfect, with no visible imperfections even under magnification. These coins are incredibly rare and highly prized by collectors. So, what kind of prices are we talking about? Recently, a high-grade 2019 proof penny sold for $2,700. This is already astonishing for a coin that normally costs just 1 cent, but it gets better. Some 2019 proof pennies with rare errors and in near-perfect condition have sold for as much as $15,000 at auction. Collectors are drawn to these coins because they are not only rare but also pristine examples of minting perfection. The excitement doesn't stop there. An absolutely flawless 2019 proof penny, graded PR70 deep cameo, which means it has a frosted design that contrasts beautifully against a mirror-like background, recently sold privately for $31,000. This level of perfection is almost unheard of, and the top sale recorded, a very rare, uniquely struck 2019 proof penny, in perfect condition, fetched an eye-watering $47,000. Yes, you heard that right. $47,000 for a coin that originally cost 1 cent now. Imagine if you've got one of these in your collection or proof set. How do you know if your penny is one of these rare treasures? Start by looking for the S mint mark just below the date on the front of the coin. That means it was minted in San Francisco and is part of a proof set. Regular pennies won't have this mark. Next, examine the coin under strong light, or with a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling of letters or numbers, unusual marks, or any signs that the coin might be different from normal. Condition is everything. If your coin looks flawless, untouched, and mirror-like, it's worth getting a professional grading. That grading can confirm its rarity and authenticity and boost its value enormously. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC can help you determine exactly what you have. So, what does all this mean? If you're sitting on a 2019 proof penny from a proof set, it could be worth anywhere from $2,700 to $47,000 depending on its condition and rarity. This is why 2019 proof pennies have become some of the most searched for coins in the US. Mark it right now. Don't let this opportunity slip by. If you want to turn your coin collection into real cash, take a closer look at your 2019 proof pennies. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable collectibles, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below telling us if you've ever found a valuable coin or plan to check your proof sets now. Because sometimes, the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise.